So we are back again in the world of Jumanji, and this time we're going to the next level. 2 years ago, back when Welcome to the Jungle came out, I was very surprised by how much I enjoyed that film. Does this film offer some of those same surprises? We're going to talk about that and much more. Jumanji, The Next Level, is directed by Kasdan and brings back our stars from Welcome to the Jungle with new additions of Awkwafina, Danny Glover, and Danny DeVito. Jumanji, The Next Level, the gang is back, but the game has changed. As they return to rescue one of their own, the players will have to brave parts unknown from the desert to the snowy mountains to escape the world's most dangerous game. What's going on, everybody? Elliot back again with a brand new movie review, and tonight we're talking about Jumanji, The Next Level, a film that I was excited for, and I'm here to share my thoughts with you all. But before we dive into this spoiler-free discussion, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. Hit that bell so you can stay up to date with all my latest movie reviews, TV reviews, and all the fun things we do on this very channel. And if and when you've seen Jumanji, The Next Level, I want to know what you thought about the film. Let me know in the comments. And also, let me know if the 95 Jumanji, the 2017, or this new one is your favorite film in the franchise. Let me know in the comments. And before we dive into this review, we'll let you all know right now, stick around to the end of this video because I am doing a giveaway for It Chapter 2 and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So stick around and see how you can win these movies. So with that being said, let's jump into this review. So back in 95, when I saw Jumanji, and you know, I've watched it as I've grown up, it's a film I really enjoy. It's not my favorite, film growing up. I don't have that much nostalgia to it, but I love me some Robin Williams, so anything with him in it, I really enjoy. So 2 years ago, going into Welcome to the Jungle, I saw the trailers and like, okay, I love The Rock, I love Kevin Hart, I love Karen, I love Jack Black, but what is this film doing? What is it missing? Does it have a sense of like character or charm or anything? But boy, was I wrong. I walked out of Welcome to the Jungle enjoying the hell out of it. And it's something I revisit on a regular basis, more so I do the 95 version, surprisingly enough. And I'm going to say it. I actually enjoy the second one more than I do the original. So going into this third one, the trailers didn't work again for me. But I'm like, you know what? This happened 2 years ago, Elliot. You're probably going to end up loving this film. So let's talk about the movie. Starting off with the positives. One of the things I loved about Welcome to the Jungle was the cast that we got. Again, I love The Rock. I love Kevin. I love Jack. I love Karen. And seeing them back again is such a blast. You could tell that these characters, these actors, are having such a great time playing these characters. And they do some switching and swapping, and you can tell that they're having a good time with that. And I really enjoy the energy that we get from this cast, as well as the new additions to the cast from an Awkwafina, from both Danny DeVito and Danny Glover. I really enjoyed their additions. And there were definitely some standout characters and some performances for me. In particular, I mentioned the new additions. I love Awkwafina, especially when she's playing some comedy roles, but I love her in drama as well, like The Farewell. But I thought that she was really, really having a good time in this role, and I really enjoyed the different dynamics that we got from her, and her being a new addition. I really enjoyed her dynamic. And Danny DeVito, man, I love me some Danny DeVito, whether it's him in movies or one of my favorite shows ever is Sunny in Philadelphia. Him as Frank. He doesn't go to that range of comedy in this role, but he still brings that Danny DeVito-ness to this character. He's a grumpy old, doesn't know what's going on, can't hear you much at times, but he's enjoying what's going on, him and his new avatar and everything. I really enjoy Danny DeVito, and I think I have to say he's probably my favorite character in this movie, and seeing the different actors play him was very fun. But as far as our old cast goes, I have to say, my favorite old cast member this time around is Karen Gillan. I loved her in the last one, but she had a little bit more to do, right? And I feel like her comedy was a little bit more punched up, and the action was really awesome. I really enjoyed Karen's role. And Jack Black, just like the second time around in Welcome to the Jungle, I really enjoyed his character in this movie, and he has a new wrinkle to his avatar, and I really enjoyed that stuff with Jack Black. And of course, Kevin Hart and The Rock, I love their back and forth and their bantering, whether it's the Danny's going at it or, and all the different dynamics that we get in them. I love me some Kevin, and I love me The Rock, and I really enjoyed their dynamic in this film. So, the comedy was fine. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But the action was definitely heightened. The film 2 years ago made a buttload of money, and you can see that on screen. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I enjoyed the adventure. There's a new dynamic. There's some deserts going on. There's some winter stuff. There's some new evilness in this mission this time around. We get the Hound as the villain from Game of Thrones. So I really like the different scenery that we get in this film. So some other things that I did like about this film was the teenagers had a little bit more to do. In particular, particular Alex Wolff, who I'm a big fan of, especially from Hereditary, and seeing him in this film 2 years ago. I like the new kind of elements that Alex's character Spencer has as far as, 2 years ago and where he's at now. He's at a different place. And I liked what they were kind of hinting at. They didn't really touch on it as much as I want to, but I like that new dynamic that they added to Alex's character and Spencer. So there are some twists and turns, and I have to say personally, I enjoyed the second half of this movie much more than I did the first half, because they do something that was starting to get a little repetitive, but when they throw in this new mix, it brought a new life to the film, and I really enjoyed when they threw in that mix, because I was starting to be like, man, if they continue to do this, I don't know if I'm gonna like this film, but they end up throwing something in that really got me back on board. So transitioning here into the cons, a lot of the jokes for me felt more kid-friendly than the adult, 2 years ago. I feel like they did a good mixture of making it a kid-friendly, family-fun adventure. And this time around, it seemed like they were more kind of like kid jokes, and when they did bring in those kind of adult themes, I feel like it was forced and didn't feel natural or organic. Let's just say there's a scene that involves a horse, and they say this joke that I just felt like was a little awkward and very inappropriate, and there was just a lot of that going on where I feel like a lot of the jokes just felt kind of flat for me personally. I have to say it. I love The Rock, and I love Danny DeVito. But The Rock playing Danny DeVito did not work for me at times. He had some funny moments and some stuff that was, kind of comedic and fun, but a lot of that stuff with The Rock as Danny DeVito fell kind of flat for me. I don't know. It might just be me. Let me know in the comments. But I did not like that portrayal that much. So this is definitely, for me, one of my biggest cons with this movie is this is a big sequel. It has a lot more money, has a lot more CGI, more characters involved. But that doesn't mean it makes it better. I feel like this film did a lot of rinse, recycle, repeat. They did a lot of stuff they did in the last movie. They're reintroducing characters that we already know, but obviously in this universe, Danny DeVito and Danny Glover and Awkwafina are new, but it's like they have to reintroduce us to those characters that we already know their strengths and weaknesses, and they throw in some new stuff, but it kind of didn't really work for me. And then again, the jokes kind of fell flat. And I just felt like this film was just like, hey, let's kind of remake. And again, there are some parts that they injected from the last film and put in this film. And, the stuff that I enjoyed, the action, the comedy. But it felt like, hey, remember that joke from the last one? Let's do it with this character and let's see if it's funny. And a lot of that stuff just kind of fell flat for me. And again, it was just one of those things where it was just like, this was like they were remaking a film they did 2 years ago. But a lot of those jokes just kind of fell flat. And that's just kind of my biggest thing, was the repetitiveness of this film. So before I get into my overall thoughts and give you my score, like I said up top, we got some giveaways. Click that link above my head so you can find out how you can win It Chapter 2 and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. These giveaways will be ending this weekend. Like and share this video, and like I said below, let me know your comments in the comment section. So overall thoughts. Yes, they did bring in some fun elements. I liked the performances. I had some solid laughs, but I felt like this was just a sequel that was just lazy at times and very repetitive. But again, if you're looking for a film that you can take your kids to and the family have a good time like we did 2 years ago when this film made a lot of money, then this might be the film for you. But for me, I have to say I enjoyed the second one a lot more than I did this one. But with that, I'll give this film a 2.8 out of 5. It might sound a little low, but again, I was just very not as surprised as I was in the second one. This did the reverse that the second one did, where the trailers and the marketing gave you exactly what it was, but the second one surprised me by how much I enjoyed the characters and the heart and everything that the film had to offer, and this just felt like it had less of that. So 2.8 out of 5, but again, go take your family out to go see it, because it's that time of the year to have a good time. So that's my thoughts of the film. Let me know in the comments again what you all thought of this movie. Like and share this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Got some other videos on my channel now in regards to movies, such as things like Oscar-worthy things from Honey Boy. Just finally saw Peanut Butter Falcon, Little Women, Irishman, and also got some stuff coming out tomorrow for movies, 6 Underground on Netflix, so keep an eye out for that movie review. And then for my TV watchers, we got Watchmen having its season finale on Sunday, and I reviewed the Sunday's episode, so check that out. Castle Rock had its season finale the other day. Check out that review. And then tomorrow we got Mando, The Mandalorian, Apple TV Plus stuff, so keep an eye out for those TV reviews. Thank you all for watching this review. Follow me on all my social media accounts. Again, check out those videos to see how you can win these codes. Again, thank you all for watching this video, and we'll see you on the next one.